Welcome to Home Biz Tax Talk. My name is Lysandra Everett. I am the Home Biz Tax Lady, where I help home business owners win the tax game. Home Biz Tax Talk airs Monday through Friday. And when you tune into my show, you're going to hear about topics that are important to the home business community. So here on these streets lately, I've been hearing all this talk about flipping refunds, y'all. And can I tell you, this is bananas. So at the time of recording this video, we are just, we're in February, right? And, we have a lot of people who are waiting on their refunds. People that have, earned income tax credit, those types of refunds, they are not even being released until February 15th. That's due to the PATH Act. And then those refunds may not even hit until the end of February. But right now, all the talk is, ooh, what am I going to do with all of this money, right? Because 9 times out of 10, this is the most money that people will see at one time during the year is tax refund time. And everybody knows it, right? Because everybody's advertising what you can do with your tax refund. We talking about buying cars and TVs and all this stuff. I saw this post that talked about things that people have done with their refunds that was absolutely bananas. We're talking about buying other people's cars and just doing random stuff. It was one of those things I said, oh no, we got to talk about this because I cannot let this happen on my watch, okay? So, but then I also see the post talking about flipping tax refunds. Like, what are we going to do with this money in order to get more money back? So I wanted to focus on that this morning and really throw some caveats in there so that, when you're talking about flipping your refund, about, putting your money into something just, to get a return on your investment to increase the money you get back, there's still some things that you need to understand. Okay. So number one is the least sexy of all, but it's probably one of the best things you can do, which is save it. Put that money in a savings account. And so I say that because the statistics show that the majority of Americans do not have money for a $500 emergency or even a $1,000 emergency. If you have a car, then you know how quickly you can get up to $1,000. You can spend $1,000 on tires depending on what kind of vehicle you drive. So if you don't have any emergency money saved up, guess what? You need to save some of this money. You can save it for that rainy day because it's not an if, but a when. And you can also save up for your tax preparation fees for next year. And why do I say that? Because there are a lot of unscrupulous people out here who are charging you exorbitant amounts of fees, that you're paying in order to get these refund advances and all of that stuff. If you save your money up front, not only will you at least earn a little bit of interest, but then you have the time and the flexibility to go find someone that is really there to serve you and not just take your money. Okay. So that's number one, is to save it. Number two is to pay off some debt. Okay. Now, paying off debt is going to be, and when it comes down to flipping any kind of money, we're talking about a long game. This is not necessarily going to be a short, put it in, get it out, and you double your money in 2 days kind of thing. But paying off debt is going to save you money in the long run. It's going to save you on interest. You get all of these loan applications, credit card applications in the mail. There was one of these things, you guys, that I received in the mail. I was offended, okay? Because these people were talking about up to 66% interest. I'm sitting here going, what? Like, people actually do this stuff? So when you're paying down your debt, you're saving that interest over time. It may not seem like much in the beginning, but if you understand compound interest, then that compounding interest, that means your interest today is going to get interest tomorrow, okay? So paying down debt is going to reduce the interest that you're paying, and that's money that can be saved throughout the year. So if you can pay stuff off, absolutely. And there was a study, I think in 2017, from the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, something like that. I think that's their CBPP, that's their name. They did a study that showed that most people who receive earned income tax credit refunds really are paying off high interest debt. But the question is, where's that debt coming from? A lot of times that debt is coming from money that was spent on Christmas, Okay. And it's not just, they're paying bills, rent, electricity, that kind of thing. But there's also that high interest debt that was incurred because you're buying up Christmas and then you're using the tax refund to pay it off. You got to do better with that. Okay. We got to get out of that. So pay off debt. Number 2. Number 3, invest in an income producing skill. Okay. So, when I'm talking about investing in a skill, okay, I hear a lot of people that are complaining about wages. I hear people complain, this should, I should be able to make more money. We hear the fight about the minimum wage. You don't have time to be waiting on that. If you invest in increasing your skill set, then you are going to create your own pay increase. Whether you put yourself in a position to get a better job, or you even put yourself in a position to start your own business. But all of it requires education. So you think about what you want to do with your money. If you want to start a business, if you want to invest in all of that stuff, which I'll get to in a minute, if you want to do that stuff, then you need to invest in your own education and get a skill. Get a skill that is going to put money in your pocket. I don't care if it's a trade school, if you're learning how to market, something that you can offer to people that's going to put more money in your pocket. Increase your education, increase your skill set. Okay. So that's number 3. Number 4 is invest in stocks. So back to the previous, get a skill. If you want to invest in stocks, do your homework. Okay. Do not just go out here all willy-nilly, because listen, you see it all the time, right? Now you have all different kinds of apps that makes investing easier for you, where you can just go and then, click on an app and buy a certain stock or whatever. But I want to caution you on this, because you have a lot of people who trade stocks. And if you don't understand the financial implications behind trading stocks, like paying taxes on the gain that you don't actually put in your hands, but you may invest in another stock. If you don't understand these things, you can get yourself in a lot of trouble. So that goes back to getting the education that you need before you go investing your money in stocks. So you can start with number 1, put your money in a savings account, get you some skill sets, then go and put your money in these various places, okay? You can follow different types of investors, read the magazines, do the homework yourself before you go and invest in your hard-earned money and, and losing a bunch of money, okay? And I know I saw someone that posted, get in on the ground floor of some startup company, right? That's just getting out on the stock market. Those are, IPOs and all of that stuff. An IPO really is not necessarily a good investment, simply because it can be so volatile. And if you're not in it to be able to lose money, IPOs ain't the way to go. Okay. So I say that in that you really want to invest in something that is reputable, that, that you're going to be able to keep the money that you invested, even if it's growing a little bit at a time. We're talking about a long game here, not, a fix it and, put it in there, microwave it, and voila, right? Okay. The next one, I forgot what number I'm on. I think I'm on number 5, is investing in real estate. So let's talk about this whole real estate thing, because there's lots of stuff going on about, real estate, buying properties and fixing and flipping. Again, get the education. Read and study before you put your money in this, because, once you lose your money is lost, right? So you want to do everything that you can to be educated enough to know how to read financial statements. Those types of things matter when it comes down to investing in real estate. You got to know if, the area that you're in, is it growing? Is it shrinking, right? What the average cost of a property is somebody trying to game you or what? If you don't get educated, then you're not going to know these things before you go and buy these properties. So I highly encourage you that, yes, real estate is a fabulous thing. Oprah said, God ain't gonna make no more dirt. Okay, so absolutely investing in real estate. But again, it's a long game, because if you're going to invest in, let's say, a rental property, it might need repairs and stuff. If you don't have that kind of money, where are you going to get the money from? You got to know that stuff before you go buy the property, right? And, what's the cash flow going to look like? What will a property rent for? That's what I'm talking about. So absolutely invest in real estate, but get your education first. All right. And the last one is get some life insurance. Yes, life insurance, because there are still too many GoFundMe's when we're talking about life insurance. You know, what do they say? Nothing is certain but death and taxes, right? At some point, we are all going to leave this earth. It's just a matter of when and how, right? And so having life insurance, although it's not sexy, but it's not for you. It is for your family, right? Because when you're gone, there's nothing you can do. And you hopefully have left behind enough, at least for your family to bury you, right? Burial expenses cost. I share my own story. When I buried my mom last year, it was a simple funeral and it was still $13,000, right? So this is why I'm saying, absolutely have some life insurance. Like I said, even if it's enough just to bury you, leave that for your family. But the main thing I want to caution you against with the flip and the refund. I mean, you can go, okay, bonus number 7, start a business, right? But the fact is that you got to do some homework before you go and spend your money, right? Believe in yourself enough that you can get the education that you need to make a good decision. Please stop listening to these folks. Oh, let me hold this amount of money and I'm going to flip it for us, right? Because I will simply ask the question, well, if you can flip it for us, why haven't you flipped your own cash? Right? If somebody has not flipped some money for themselves, they're definitely not going to be in the position to flip it for you. I didn't even know that flipping a refund was a thing until recently, right? Like, holy cow, this really is a thing. So, so take some responsibility, pump the brakes a little bit. I remember that feeling. It is a long time ago memory of getting all this money in your hands, right? But you gotta, get out of the emotion. Let that excitement die down and then really start to focus and think about what you want to do. And you can be doing those things before you even get your tax refund. Google and YouTube are a good place to start, but it's not a place to stay, okay? You're going to have to invest in some education in order to do those other things. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah, don't be, looking at, how you're going to get this money back in 30 days. Good investments are a long game. It's not something that you're going to double your money in 30 days, okay? I've seen people lose tons and tons of money just because they're trying to get that fast money. Fast money ain't always good money. Right? And you have just as, if not more risk trying to do fast money than you do long-term investing. Okay, whether that's with stocks, real estate, your own skills, paying down debt, all of those are long game things that will save you over time. And, that's where we have to get with ourselves with patience, because we live in this microwave society now. If we don't happen in a week, then it doesn't work. That is not how this works. Every wealthy person has invested over time. Time and compound interest are the best things ever. Okay. So I hope that helps you out, gives you some food for thought, and hopefully it keeps you from making some bad financial mistakes. Okay. Who among us has not done it, right? So thank you guys so much for tuning in to Home Biz Tax Talk. Again, we air Monday through Friday, and you can come right here to get your questions answered about your home business taxes. All right. Have a great day, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.